Hello YouTube, it is Earthly Kisses coming to you today, and today we are making lip balm. To make this lip balm, we are going to need beeswax, castor oil. I am also using a smooth and creamy lotion bar additive from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It's another type of wax. Cocoa butter, coconut oil, and we have a tropical paradise flavoring. Now when I unwrap this, let's see if you can see that. Tropical Paradise is from Nature's Garden. I don't like my flip camera, guys. My other camera does such a better job at this, but I'm trying to get this done and my card is in the computer making a movie right now, so yeah, I'm gonna have to remember to remove those from the card first. So anyway, I believe that's everything that we're going to be putting in this recipe. We have this pot here. When you are making lip balm, you have to be careful of how you melt down your oils. They can tend to get a little grainy at times, especially if you're using a shea butter. We're not using a shea butter today, but also beeswax can take quite some time to melt down, and I don't have time to be fooling with my microwave. I'm just using a simple Pyrex glass to melt these down, and I don't want it to get to the point to where it wants to shatter in the microwave because it's gotten too hot or anything like that, because beeswax can take quite some time to melt down, just as well as cocoa butter. So we are going to start weighing these out and get the pot on the stove so the water can get hot. We're going to sit the melted oils into the pot and let them melt down. So I'll bring you back. Okay, so we just sit the glass down into the jar. As you can see, the water is boiling. That's not a problem. And it's just going to melt all of those things down in there. So this will probably take about a good 5 to 10 minutes to completely melt down, because cocoa butter is extremely hard and beeswax is takes a really long time to melt down. So I just want to show you guys what that looks like. So I'll bring you back when it's all melted. Bring you back. Okay guys, one more thing that I forgot. Vitamin E. Can't make lip balms without putting some vitamin E in it. Yeah, we're not going to need much of this, just a couple of drops. This is the good vitamin E, y'all. You see how dark that is? That is good vitamin E. Now it gets even darker. If I got the vitamin E T90, it would really be brown, really be dark. So we're going to add this in. And just so that you can see, I don't want you to get all dizzy on me because I'm moving all around. Our oils are not quite done just yet, but it's getting there. It looks like the cocoa butter is all melted. We're just waiting on beeswax. Bring it back. Okay guys, I'm back. So as you can see, our oils are completely melted. There's nothing floating around in there. Got some little particle bits in there, but those will completely dissipate because the oils are still very hot. I just checked the temperature. They're about 140 degrees. So we're going to take this out of the pan, and then we're going to add in the last of our ingredients, and it will be ready to pour. Okay, so we're back. We got that off of the stove. Now we just need to add in our castor oil. So we're going to turn our scale on. I'm going to put this on top because this container is very hot. I don't want anything breaking on me. So we're going to add in our castor oil, and I add this in last just to have something to help cool this off a bit. We will be okay to add our flavoring in at this temperature, but I don't want to put my vitamin E in when it's that hot, just because, you know, sometimes when you add too much heat, it kills off what's in there naturally to give us benefits to our skin. So I don't want to put that in while it's too hot. So we need 0.3 ounces of castor. Now, castor oil is a very thick oil, so I'm hoping that this is going to give it just a little bit of glide to it. And what in the world is going on here? I add my castor oil in and it turned hard. It's just a temperature change thing. It's melting back in. Science. I tell you, I feel like a mad scientist every time I make something because, you know, I like to try out different recipes and see what this does, see what that does. And it just never ceases to amaze me, the things that you get, you know. And, you know, I hope that people are learning from these videos. I mean, I'm not doing these as tutorials or anything, but like I said before, you can learn things from other people's videos, whether you want to or not. Alright, so our castor oil is in there. What I forgot to mention earlier is that we're going to also be putting vitamin E into this mix. And we're just going to add a couple of drops. I just want to get this open. This has not been opened as of yet. Why do they make things so hard to open? They make this stuff for Jerry's kids. I don't need my stuff child-proofed. Okay. So get this picked up. And then we're going to check our temp here and see where we are. I love this this temp gun, but one thing to remember is that it doesn't get the inside temperature, only gets a surface temperature. So you have to make sure that you are stirring or have stirred your whatever it is that you're measuring fairly well, so you can get a close to accurate temp. That's still at 152 degrees. That's still rather hot. So I'm going to bring you guys back. I'm going to give this chance to cool off a bit, and then we're going to get pouring. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to cool off, I do want to show you something that I picked up that was pretty awesome indeed. I picked this up from Walgreens. What this is, if you see anything running out of there, that's just my alcohol. I've made sure I pre-sanitized everything that I've used, including my countertop, because these are the lip balms that I'm making for my girlfriend's bridal shower. So anyway, I found this. What this is just a syringe-like bottle for administering medicine to your children. And you could pull this up. You could preset the measurements to how much you want and all of that. I don't think it's all that necessary, you know. It's just grab and go, really. But I thought this would be a cool tool to use to fill up my lip balm tubes. I hope you can see this. Yesterday, the lighting was horrible because it was too dark, and today is just like super bright. But anyway, these are the lip balm tubes that I got that I'm going to fill up for this application. And I got this idea to wrap them around a rubber band like this. I want to say her name is A.N. Suds and Such. I believe that's who did this. She wrapped them in a, you know, lip balm tube, you know, so make it easier to fill and everything. So we'll see how well that works. Because I actually have the same amount of lip balm tubes that she had in her video, and I just put one at the top and one towards the bottom just so that it stabilizes a bit and I don't have to keep trying to readjust it so that they stay flat. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing there. So I just wanted to show you guys that don't worry about that alcohol that's in there. It's just going to evaporate out of the product anyway. Yeah, this is still very hot. It takes a long time for oils to cool off, so I'm going to get some other things measured for my next project, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so I'm back. Now, we're cooled off enough to add our oils. We're just going to get a couple of drops. Well, that was like 4 or 5 drops. I wasn't trying to get that much. Of our vitamin E oil in there. And it's just to serve as a slight preservative, and plus vitamin E has great benefits. And maybe I've waited for my mixture to get a little too cool, because see how I'm getting the solids on the side here, and I'm quite sure some of that is from stirring, but you know, I need that to be able to get mixed back in. Okay, so it's melting back in just fine, which is great. I want it to be warm enough to do that, but not too hot to where it leaks out of my lip balm containers. Some people do say that that is an issue. And I know another issue is I just opened the window and there's a slightly cool breeze coming in from that, so yeah. Now we're going to need to add 0.2 ounces of our flavor oils. Had to grab a clean pipe. We want 0.2 ounces of the flavor oils. Now this does not sweeten the balm, this just gives it a scent. Okay, it's not, I need a lot more than what I thought. Okay, there we go, 0.2. Now this is cooling off on me significantly because I got this window open. So I'm just going to stick this back in the pot. I'm not going to turn the water back on because it should still be hot. I'm just going to stick it in there long enough for this to warm up a bit, because as you can see, it's starting to solidify on me. So I bring a solidify on. Now what I'll do is with the ones that didn't turn out so nice, I'll just scrape that off back into the mixture, let it melt back up, and then voila, we can do it all over again, and it was like it was never there, and it'll still be pretty. I don't know how pretty a lip balm can be in these type of tubes, but it'll still be nice. It'll look professional. You know, this is for somebody's bridal shower. You want everything to be as nice as you can make it. Interesting that I do stuff like this because I do not like to clean up oil. I don't even cook with grease. I don't fry food. The only thing that I fry is liver, and that's because I don't know of any other way to cook liver. So that's the only thing that I fry, because I don't like to clean up oil. I don't like that greasy feel that you get when you're trying to make sure it's clean, and you scrub and you scrub and you scrub and you scrub, and lo and behold, it still slicks. You know, I hate that. If we can melt this last a little bit down again, it's not much. And like I said, on the ones that are all blobby, we'll scrape those off and redo those. Okay, so not perfect, but they're alright. At least you don't see the little divot down in the middle of them. I hope you can see this. There we go. Not perfect, but they're good. And they smell yummy. I only use half the usage rate of this flavor oil for this batch, just in case there's people out there with sensitive skin. And maybe these last few ones I probably won't even scent, just for that reason. So yeah, that is it. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to let these sit and cool. They'll probably sit for about half an hour or so before I even begin to attempt to put the tops on them. But that's that, and they're done. All I have to do is clean up the outsides with alcohol, because some of the oil drips down the side, to clean those up and place a label on them, and we're done. So thanks for joining me, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey, bye.